For task 1, we will need to install two virtual machines. The first virtual machine would be an open source mobile operating system, which is Android, and the second virtual machine would be an open source operating system, Contiki, which is used for low powered IoT devices. So to install the first virtual machine, we must go to the browser and go to Force Hub to download the latest Android ISO file. And once download, we will have to locate the Android ISO file over here. And now we will have to go to our VM VirtualBox to set up the Android operating system. So we have to click New and name our new virtual machine as Android 9 and give it as Linux and version of other Linux. And we have to click Next, and let's give it a memory of 4096 MB. Click Next, and we'll have to create a virtual hard disk with default memory, which is 8 gig. Create, and we'll have to click on this VDI VirtualBox disk image. Click Next, and dynamically allocate the hard disk file. So we will go with the default size of the virtual hard disk, which is 8 gig. And now we'll create a disk. Okay, now once created, now we would have to go to the settings. Okay, go to systems, and we'll have to go to processors, and we will need to select at least 2 processors. I'll select 3 processors, and we'll go to acceleration, and we'll select KVM as the para virtualization interface. And next we will have to go to display and select the maximum video memory and select VBox SVGA as a graphics controller. And next we will click OK. And now we'll go to settings again, go to storage, and go to storage devices. Over here we'll have to choose a disk file, and now we'll choose this Android ISO file. We open the Android ISO file, you can see it's added here, and next we click OK. And now we already do the settings. We will start our Android virtual machine. So this is our Android virtual machine. We will have to go to advanced option and auto installation. Click yes. And now we have to select run Android and click OK. And now we've already entered the Android operating system. We click start. Skip the first process. Connect to Wi-Fi. Continue. Click next. All to set all to default values. Just click next. Choose not now. Skip anyways. And now we'll select Quick Step as the home app. Quick Step, always. And now as you can see, this is the Android operating system. So now you will see the installation of the second operating system, which is Contiki. So for that, we must first install the Contiki file. Go to browser and search for SourceForge projects Contiki, and we'll click the download icon. And the download will start for the instant Contiki file, which is a zipped folder. And then what we'll have to do is we'll have to go to downloads, and you can see we've already installed instant Contiki 2.7 zipped folder, and we will need to extract the folder, and once extracted, this will be the instant Contiki 2.7 folder. So now next what we have to do is you have to go to VirtualBox, select new, and name the operating system as Contiki, type as Linux, version as Ubuntu 32-bit, next, 1024MB, next, use an existing virtual hard disk file, and then you need to add a file. Over here, we would have to go to downloads and click on instant Contiki file, instant Contiki 2.7, and select instant Contiki Ubuntu 32-bit, this, open, and so we select this and choose this file. So we create the hard disk, and next we can start the virtual machine, which is the Contiki operating system. So this is the Contiki operating system. So this is the installation of Contiki operating system is done. So for the first part of task 2, we'll have to create a folder in the host machine and share the folder with our first guest operating system, which is Android. So first we'll have to create a folder and name it as shared folder. And now we'll create a text document and name it host. We'll type in some text. We will save this text, and next click on this shared folder. We'll go to properties, go to the sharing option, click on share, add everyone, and then click the add button and set the permission level to read-or-write and share. Click done and close the properties. So now we'll have to go to our Android operating system. Now we'll have to click on File Manager. Then we'll go to LAN, under Networks, select LAN, and these are all the servers that's available. So we'll have to add a new server. So for this we'll need the IP address of the server. So we'll go to our command prompt. Type ipconfig and get the IPv4 address, which is, this is the IPv4 address. and reverse host. Now click OK. As you can see, the server is now added here. So now I click on this server. Then go to users, do this file. We will select OneDrive, desktop, and chat folder. So as you can see, this is the text from our shared folder in host machine, and we are displaying this text in our guest operating system, which is our Android operating system. For the second part of task 2, we will have to share our folder from the host machine to our second operating system, which is Contiki. So for that, first we will have to go to our VirtualBox, go to Contiki, select settings, under general go to advanced, and chat clipboard change it to host to guest, and drag and drop change it to host to guest. And next you will have to go to shared folders, click on the file icon here, and folder path, select others, and now we will have to locate our shared folder. This is our shared folder, select the folder, click on auto mount and press OK. So click OK. Now we'll start the operating system. So first we'll have to go to devices, click on insert guest editions CD image, click on run. Once done, we can close the window. Next, the devices, go to shared folders option and shared folder settings. Click on shared folder, press OK. Next, go to the terminal. We have to see who's the user which is currently logged in. The command we go mi. As you can see, now our user is logged in. And next, we will have to add a new user. So type in sudo add user to vbox.sf. So once the user is added, next we can power off our operating system. And start the operating system again. Now go to places, go to documents. As you can see, this is the shared folder here, and click on this text and click on display. So as you can see, this is the text from our host machine, and it is displayed in our guest operating system, which is our Contiki operating system. So now we will move on to chapter 2, which is to monitor the CPU utilization, the CPU speed, and the memory usage before allocation of memory to our guest operating system. So the first operating system that we're going to observe is Android. So now first we'll do some browsing activities on Android. So this is the utilization, CPU speed, and the memory usage. Next, we'll move on to Contiki operating system. So now we'll go to Firefox web browser and do some browsing activities. So that's all for the first part. So for the next part of chapter 2, we will allocate half the memory of the host machine to our guest operating systems, which is 6 gig. So we will first go to Android, edit virtual machine settings, set the memory to 6 gig. So now we'll do some browsing activities. So that's all for Android 9. Now next we will go to Contiki and do the same settings. I'll do some browsing activities. So that's all for the second part of chapter 2. So for the third part of chapter 2, we will have to allocate 2 over 3 of the memory of the host machine to the memory of our guest operating system. So in this case, the memory will be 8 gig. So I'll go to edit virtual machine settings and set the memory to 8 gig. So now we'll do some browsing activities. So that's all for Android. Now next we look at Contiki operating system. I will do the same settings. So that is all for the third part of chapter 2. Thank you.